9-month-old son Stephen with us. Well, okay, let me be a little bit more clear about this. He was 15 months old when we started. He was 18 months old when we finished. So at that point in his life, he had spent 20% of his lifetime on a bicycle trip. And I pulled him across the United States in that little orange trailer. And you know, in the 90 days we spent on this bicycle trip, I must have learned at least 90 leadership lessons. But I think the most important leadership lesson I learned occurred on June 10th, 1983. We were cycling across the state of Oregon. I'll tell you, up to this point, you know, at this point we were about 2 weeks on the road, and we started out really shaky, but we got our bicycling legs underneath us, and things started to go well. And I thought we were invincible. I thought, man, this is going to be a piece of cake now. And we were only in Oregon. Nothing's going to stop us. We're invincible. This is what I thought. So we started this day out in Oregon at about 800 feet elevation. And we were going to climb over the Cascade Mountain Range to Choco Divide. 4,800 feet, we were going to climb 4,000 feet that day. And we're going up the mountain, it starts to rain, it's kind of cold, dreary day. Kind of like, just kind of picture Pittsburgh in early January. A cold, dreary day, and it's kind of rainy. We stop, we put our red rain jackets on, we continue up the mountain, we get to the top of this Ochoco Divide, 4,800 feet, 6 inches of snow on each side of the road. And we hadn't seen a car on this road in at least 45 minutes. It was just a desolate little country road we were on. And then we start to downhill, down into the green, lush valley below. A 7-mile descent. And we get down to the bottom of that mountain. And we pull over to the side of the road to catch our breath. And we're munching on some peanuts and some raisins. And we're looking down, picture yourself, looking down this country road. And picture this fog and mist. And the fog and mist is just starting to lift off the road because the sun is starting to break through. Can you picture that? And we're looking through this fog and mist. And we see a form. Something. And we're looking. Is it a car? No, it's not a car. Is it a cow? It's not a cow. It's a bull. It's a B-U-L-L bull coming our way down this road toward us. Now, my wife grew up on a farm in Austria, so she knew about the dangers of bulls, but I didn't. And I didn't get worried until the bull stopped and started pawing at the road and blowing steam out his nose. And I thought that only happened in cartoons. But this bull was actually blowing steam out of his nose. And what are we going to do? We started to quickly devise some type of plan of escape. We took our red rain jackets off. We stuffed them in our bike bag. Out of nowhere, this big old blue Oldsmobile comes down the mountain behind us. And the guy stops. And he looks at the bull. And he looks at us. And he says, it looks like you folks got yourself in a heap of trouble, don't you? And we agreed with him. And so, you know, I remember somewhere in military history, something General George Patton said, something about an imperfect plan executed today is better than a perfect plan executed tomorrow. And we knew we were running out of time. So we had to execute this imperfect plan we came up with. So this guy in this big old blue car, we decided we were going to keep our bikes to the left of his car. He was going to keep the bull to the right of his car. We were going to all move out at about 10 miles an hour. And that's what we did. We moved out at about 10 miles an hour. We're biking to the left of his car. We get to the bull, and I could still, to this day, hear its hoof beats and its grunting as he was on the other side of that car. And we kept on going. We probably got about a quarter mile, maybe a half a mile down the road. Guy looked in his rearview mirror. He stopped the car. He said, stop. He goes, that bull is nowhere in sight. And you know, I wanted to get that guy. I wanted to give him a big old bear hug. But he never got out of his car, probably because he didn't want to get a bear hug from some sweaty, skinny guy on a bicycle. But my wife and I believed that divine intervention interceded. We hadn't seen a car in almost an hour. And at that exact moment, this guy comes down the mountain and provides that assistance that we needed. So we were so thankful to that.